And I think we're ready to go. We're just incrementing the seed. And now, for reals. Okay, listos? Ahora sí. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, y the 3. There we go. Finally, we go. And now we go. Both of these players, exact same. Okay, I like it, really. Okay, that deviated a little bit, but we started with the same placements for both of our players. Now deviating a lot and both pushing down, really taking this one seriously. And skim there for both of them, and both simul Tetris with the pieces that they were giving. Monochromie is seated number 11, and Gas seated number 6. So in theory, we're gonna see. Okay, there we go. Nice adjustment there, and Tetris for Monochromie. In theory, we're gonna see a really high seed against one of the seeds that barely made it by delayed burn there for Monochromie, waiting for the correct pieces. They're gonna get a little impatient, wants to open the board as soon as possible. And there's a drought forming, but there we go. Nice long bar there. Tetris for Monochromie. And now working on the digging situation, and mischief for Gas. Both of these players struggling a little bit. Long bar would be ideal right now, but of course the long bar is not going to be there when you need it. So waiting for the pieces to, there we go, 20. A 0.12 lead for Monochromie, and both players digging really neck and neck, separated by a nothing margin. Getting nervous, the tournament, it's okay, you're going to take the burn with that long bar. In real life, competition nerves is a whole different beast. That's not going to be more than a split double there for Monochromie, and Gas getting the board into a semblance of correctness, of order now. But of course, the piece is not showing up once more, not favoring neither of these players. So let me remind you that both Gas and Monochromie are new players, and now for a dependency, long bar dependency forming there for Monochromie. Let's hope that we don't see. Oh, plugs the long bar dependency, but beautiful flat burn there for Monochromie. Nicely done. It's going to unplug the well. Not going to go for it. Now it has a long bar dependency, which could be solved, or at least work down to a more manageable. Nice sequence of delayed burns there from Monochromie. Nice. A 14-piece drought survived there. This one is going the distance for our early rounds. And I love to see new players having fun. You can see Monochromie having fun. You can see Gas having fun as well. 49 lines. Touches for Gas. That's been the first one in a long while. So it's going to take the lead by a little bit over Tetris and a half. But Monochromie is going to answer right back with that Tetris. Fighting for survival. That's the best way you want to go about it. You want to build down with Tetrises. Just like Monochromie did. And the beautiful... Okay, there we go. He's going to go for the T-spin, the guideline muscle memory kicking in for Monochromie, setting up the T-spin. That's not going to give you more points. That's not going to work for our version of the game we're currently playing. And there we go. Finally trailed all the way back down for Monochromie. 101,000, and we're nearing the turning point of our tournament. 102,000 there for Monochromie. Does a lot of adjustments. I was talking with Monochromie yesterday, and he was telling me that the classic Tetris community is really strong on doing adjustments, on doing pulling back the pieces and whatnot, and that guideline community is not that well adjusted on that. So that is taking him a little bit of time to getting used to. He's trying to adapt to the meta of the stacking nowadays. Oh, I think he misread the board. A 15-piece drop, but there's the long bar right away. 16 pieces. Oh, and the board is starting to go high once more. He's going to go for that beautiful flat burn. Meanwhile, Gas, 156,000 into the lead. So 3 Tetrises lead for Gas. Makes the long bar dependency, Monochromie, but Gas takes a Tetris to expand the lead even further. And now 172,000, make it 188 for gas, 114 for Monochromie. And there we go, open for business in the center. Center will boom for Monochromie. I love the classic DAS head shake. And gas is going to transition level 13. For those who know, that's 15 speeds. Oh, and this stack is not the best for Monochromie. A long bar would be ideal right now, but gas Tetris into the 13, so we believe there's going to be a long bar coming shortly. That's the one where gas transitioned. So one line more, and that's going to take us into 15 speeds for Monochromie. 15 transition, I think that caught him off guard. We're safely and surely, steadily approaching. Doesn't know what to do with that. Needs full DAS load. Surviving. Has to do this before the 18 portion, which is the speed where Monochromie doesn't feel comfortable. Meanwhile, gas 261,000 already. There's a beautiful long bar there for Monochromie. That's going to open the other long bar dependency that was buried, but you could start drilling down with a couple of triples, maybe doubles. Decides to wait for the long bar. There's the long bar. It pays off. And now beautiful flat burn. 113 lines for Monochromie, but gas really far ahead. 283,000, 147 for Monochromie. Making this work. Beautiful dig. Going distance is this game. 153, 300,000 for gas. So Monochromie is going to have to do a miracle on 19 speeds and wait for gas to top out. Let's see how this one unfolds. Just saying to himself, why did you do that? That was kind of dumb. Oh, and the gas was banking on that long bar. That square misdrop would have been fatal. And another one, both now at 16 speeds. Gas making this dig work. Beautiful. And going the distance, this has been the longest game so far of the qualifying rounds. 178,350 for gas. 180 for Monochromie. Boom Tetris for Monochromie, 200,000, 350 for gas. Oh, a misdrop. That's going to be really hard to solve. It is, in theory, doable. Oh, that T misdrop needs full DAS. That's going to be it for Monochromie. 201, 358 for gas is going to be enough. And gas takes game number 1. GG's hard fought for gas. 360. Really good game there. That was closer than we all expected, I believe, for most of the tournament. Really nice to see. But don't go anywhere, because quarterfinals are going to start soon. Our 4 heavy hitters are going to be here. ¿Listo? Empezamos el otro entonces en 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. You could see the 35 piece route there from gas on that game. I didn't see that. That's crazy. So both for our players starting the second game. Crucial second game for both of these players. Gas cannot afford an early top out, and we're starting right away with a drought, of course. Of course we're starting there with a drought. There we go. Boom Tetris from Monochromie. And Monochromie with actually the better board health. So this is stakes now, folks. This is the top 12. Winner goes into the quarterfinals to face this. The winner of this match is gonna go into the quarterfinals and face Oscar, our number 3 seed, with a max out and a 900 high 900 kicker. So who is it gonna be? 48,000 for Monochromie into the lead, as a matter of fact. But now that gas takes the lead and lowers the stack. Now, I think that was a mischief there for gas, head shake. But there's the Tetris that he was looking for. 41,000 for gas, 52,000 for Monochromie into the lead with a very uncomfortable board, a lot of holes in it. That C is going to be perfect to fill those dependencies. And it's going to take the burns. It's okay. Just realize that consistency reigns over insane aggression here in these early stages of the match, of the tournament. And now we're gonna see Monochromie building 30, one row off into the right side, and this is an uncomfortable right side for Gas. And there we go, Tetris there for Monochromie. Oh, this is really uncomfortable there for Gas. It's gonna need a lot of really precise task controls. Oh no, that's gonna be it for Gas, and 72,000. Monochromie takes the game, and it's gonna go 1-on-1. So this is all of a sudden a decider for both of these players. Early top out there for Gas. So we're gonna increment the seed. Dos. Listo? Listo? Sí. So we are gonna start the decider in 5, 4, 3, era en español, 2, 1, Tetris! This is the decider, really different placements there from both of them. Both starting with a horrible sequence of S, S, and then like Z, I believe. And what is this seed? Whoa! We're starting with a really, really bad seed there, but I think this is going to be slightly more problematic for Monochromie. That's the beauty of classic Tetris. You get a bunch of C's to start a game right up. You wanna win this, you're gonna have to fight for it. So Tetris there finally for Monochromie. It got insanely tense right out of the get-go for Gas and for Monochromie, with a couple of C's and S's. 31,000 for both of them. Just neglecting the difference, the score difference with pushdown points. So uncomfortable sequence there for Monochromie, making the pieces work. He's setting up delayed burns. Let's see how that T-spin solves. He's gonna go for a tuck, and now a bunch of squares. Again, not a deadly board by all means, just uncomfortable. As Gas took that Tetris right there. Gas is gonna set up for a beautiful tuck there for Gas. See, that was masterfully handled, that sequence and the pieces that he was given. Oh, that square is going to be unhealthy. He's going to go for the delayed burns. Okay, nice adjustment there. Making it work. Doesn't adjust the C, but fortunately, an L comes right away to save the board. Adjust, doesn't matter. Sells the stack, but it's okay. Gets the Tetris, lowers the stack down. 96,000. Gas in the lead. 72,000 for Monochromie. This is really tense. This is really close by. We were expecting maybe not a close match as this one, but we're getting it. I think Monochromie had a little bit more practice yesterday, and now we have Gas fans in chat. Probably gonna go center well. Yes, gonna go center well. I love to see that center well action. Oh, it reminds me of the good old days of the CTWC. By the way, it's going to be taking place in Pasadena in June. Ooh, that's a rough misdrop there. A long bar, beautiful. That was really nicely done there for Monochromie. I was going to say that a long bar would have been really nicely there. Would have gone really nicely there. But nice Tetris there for Monochromie. And welcome in Tugi saying vamos. Not particularly saying vamos to anyone, just to his Mexican friends, to El Paraguaytem, maybe Nenu. 138,000 for Monochromie, 152 for Gas into the lead. Another Tetris is gonna take Gas even further into the lead with a 2 Tetris lead, almost 2 Tetris, 1.9 difference there for Gas. 168 for Gas, 159 for Monochromie, setting up the tuck setup. Doesn't adjust for the square. It's going to make a long bar dependency. It's going to take the Tetris nicely instead of getting the dependency filled. A left wheel Tetris for Monochromie, going left and then going right and then going 30 and getting the Tetrises right as they come. Try to set up there. Nice flat placement there. You can see that these players are aware and they know what they're doing. Just that they're more proficient, especially Monochromie in guideline games. So the skill the things. Like beautiful adjustment there from Monochromie. He was talking about how those are really difficult for him, and seems to be doing him pretty nice, pretty okay. I appreciate Tugis' comment that CTWC should be in Mexico. 200,000 for Monochromie. This one is also going the long way. This is a crucial game. This is a decider. Nice adjustment. That's a king bar. I don't know if Kingsman is here, but that was a king bar there for Monochromie, nearing the transition from both of our players. And I like the decisions that Monochromie takes when he does the late burns. Really creative and really smart burns there. Beautiful flat burn as well. Gas 238,000 to 11 there for Monochromie. So the winner of this is going to punch his ticket to play Oscar Godinez, our third seed. We already know who's going to face Naui in the next round. And we're waiting to see who's going to face Pollo in the next one with Hook and Inklo. But meanwhile, we're going to focus on the game that's going on right now. 243 for Gas with a couple of burns to do right before transition as well for Monochromie. The next Tetris is going to take Monochromie into the transition. And the next Tetris is going to take Gas, but Gas putting a little bit more weight on that. We're going to go into 15 speeds. It's going to use that long bar, but it's going to put even more weight on that. Beautiful long bar there. Needed full dash to get that there. And this is really tense all of a sudden because meanwhile Gas went behind into the lead. But beautiful long bar there gets where it needs to be. Misread the board there, but Monochromie into the lead. 252 for Gas, 257 for Monochromie. This is neck and neck. A small misdrop there for Gas. And 257 there for Monochromie. That's a misdrop. We need ideally a square. That's going to be work. Beautiful. He saw that placement. He saw that adjustment. Now playing high up. Let's remember that 18 speeds are looming, so this player needs to go down as soon as possible. And this is neck and neck. 3,000 points separating these two players. 260,000 for Gas. 263 for Monochromie. A beautiful T there from Gas. Needs to desperately get this board down. And that's a really uncomfortable hole there for Monochromie. And 264 for Gas. Oh, a couple of misdrops there for Monochromie, who's in the lead still. And there we go. Tetris finally for Gas, catapulting him into the lead. 15,000 point lead for Gas. And Monochromie fighting for his life there. That square is going to create a long bar dependency, which comes right as he intended. Now we're going to 16 speeds. Needs a long bar. There is Monochromie to save. There's the beautiful long bar. Oh, but it's gonna. There we go. It's gonna miss dash and gonna top out at 275. And Gas is gonna take the game. He's gonna survive and he's gonna snatch the lead just before the game. That crucial Tetris in 15 was enough for Gas to take the game. Beautiful game. Really nicely played. Really exciting. GG's. Really good game. That was really good. That was really close the entire way. Really tense. We're gonna get our next game sorted out. Guapísimo.